No one ever really talks about how to homeschool when your spouse does not agree with that decision.
One piece of advice I really like from Julie Bogart, I don't remember if this was in a podcast or something, but she was talking about how, as like a parent, when you're trying to make decisions together with their other parent, there has to be some kind of ground rule that if you're not going to educate yourself on the topic, then the parent who is educated on the topic gets to make the choice. And I wholeheartedly agree with that one. So my husband and I have actually instituted this rule whenever we talk about big parenting decisions, like medical stuff, or we're talking about education stuff, or things like that, where it's something where there's often like a divide or it's controversial. It's okay, here's a resource. If I'm the one who's like passionate about the subject, like here's a resource that I want you to ingest, like a podcast or an article or something, and let's reconvene and talk about how you feel about it after you've done that, the research I've handed to you. And if we reconvene and you haven't done the work, then you don't get to have an opinion. And that sounds harsh, but why does somebody who hasn't done any effort in educating themselves and doesn't know anything about the topic get to have an equal amount of say as the parent who has done research and has educated themselves on the topic? That just doesn't make sense. So, if you have the kind of relationship where you can like draw that line in the sand, I would recommend doing that and just say, hey, okay, this is an article I think that will really help us spur a conversation on homeschooling that's actually productive and will teach you some things, and we can dialogue about it. And if they're not willing to even like try that amount, then I don't think they get a say.